First of all, thank you for all your support on my first video in which we learned what is the responsibility of transition monitoring analyst in organization level and understand the process workflow. Hello everyone, Namaste, welcome to my channel Study with Amit Singh. In our channel, you will learn anti-money laundering and know your customer. How does this work? We will share real-time experience in organization. I'll cover latest news on money laundering and soon we will start classes on IIBF and ACAM certifications exam. This is my new channel, so please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss an update. In this video, we will learn what is anti-money laundering and know your customer, what are the difference between KYC and AML, what are common red flags in KYC AML. Let's understand money laundering. Money laundering refers to the process of taking illegally obtained money and making it appear to have come from legitimate source. It involves putting the money through a series of commercial transactions in order to clean the money. Money launderers follow three different stages to disguise their illegal money to clean money, which are placement, layering, integration. Let's understand the stage one by one. Stage 1, placement, in which launderer put the dirty cash into a legitimate financial system and at the same time hiding its source. The common example are blending of funds, means commingling illegitimate funds to legitimate funds, such as placing the cash from illegal narcotic sales into a cash intensive locally owned restaurant. Or breaking up amounts mean dividing cash into small amounts and depositing it into a numerous bank account in attempt to evade reporting requirements. Stage 2, layering or structuring. It is a step which helps to hide the source of money through a series of transactions and accounting tricks. This activity involves breaking the fund into small transactions and make it difficult to detect the money laundering activities. For example, electronically moving funds from one country to another and dividing them into advanced financial options. Moving funds from one financial institution to another or within account at the same institutions. Using shell companies to obscure ultimate beneficial owner and assets. Last stage, integration. The third stage entails using laundered proceeds in seemingly normal transactions to create the perception of legitimacy. The launderer, for example, might choose to invest the funds in real estate, financial ventures, or luxury asset. By the integration stage, it is very difficult to distinguish between legal and illegal funds. This stage gives a launderer the opportunity to increase his wealth with the proceeds of crime. Now let's understand what is Know Your Customer. KYC is a control procedure that a financial institution apply to verify the identities of their existing and new customers, to know customer information and financial profiles to identify and prevent customer risk. There are four important components of KYC. Let's understand this one by one. First component, Customer Identification Program. CIP or Customer Identification Program encompasses all the processes banks and other financial institutions must complete in order to verify their identity of their customers. Customer Due Diligence (CDD). Customer due diligence is the collection of identifying information to verify the customer's identity and accurately assess the risk level. CDD is important to assess risk and protect against criminals, terrorists, and politically exposed persons who may pose a risk. Enhanced due diligence (EDD). As we know, high risk customer and suspicious transaction pose a greater risk to the financial sector and CDD procedure might not detect them. Therefore, companies use EDD procedure to create a higher identity assurance by taking the customer identity and addressing and evaluating their risk categories. Ongoing monitoring. Ongoing monitoring is the continuous study of customer and their activities. It gives a chance to regularly check high-risk customer on sanction list and checklist due to the threat of crime. It monitors frequently renewed sanction, PEP list, adverse media, and assesses customer risk. Let's discuss what are the difference between KYC AML. AML purpose is to prevent and detect money laundering or terrorist financial activity. KYC purpose is to establish and verify customer identities and monitor financial behaviors. AML process is development of sophisticated customer due diligence plans to assess money laundering risk and detect suspicious transactions, aligned with relevant regulations. KYC process is the collection and verification of identification information from customer, including name, address, date of birth, company incorporation documents, etc. The feature of AML is risk assessment, reporting, ongoing monitoring, training, and reviewing internal policies, procedure, and controls. A feature of KYC is customer identification and verification, customer due diligence, management approval, and dual controls. Let's move to the next slide. Let's discuss what are the common red flag in AML and KYC. Let's one by one. So red flag 1 is suspicious source of fund. Transaction that cannot be matched with the investment and income level of the customer. Request by customer for investment management services, either foreign currency or securities, where the source of fund is unclear or not consistent with the customer's. So this is called suspicious source of fund. Unusual transaction. The suspicious transaction are any event within a financial institution that could be possibly related to fraud, money laundering, terrorist financing, or other illegal activities. Suspicious transactions are flagged to be investigated, but many suspicious transactions are simply false positive. Large cash deposit, receiving or withdrawing significant funds without having provided evidence of its legitimate economic purpose, the use of multiple bank account or virtual wallets, particular if they are from diverse jurisdiction. Secretive clients. The client is overly secret or evasive about key details such as their identity, the source of their money, the beneficial owner, or the reason for the choosing a particular method, and their true identity, their address, the reason and rationale for transaction are called secretive clients. Suspicious track records. If a new customer has been convicted or implicated in money laundering or other financial crime in the past, this is clear red flag that we will need to be looked into further. In addition, the relatives or close associates of known financial criminals should also be treated as a potential red flag, as they are often used as conduct of illegal activity by individuals who are aware that they themselves can raise suspicion in KYC checks and audits. Adverse media reference. For regulated business dealing with clients from more sensitive industries or who are involved in high net worth transactions, having a clear understanding of their clients' adverse media footprint is essential. Adverse media includes many different kind of commentaries, from references to instances of financial or organized crime to association with the political figure and other compromising information. Sanction list. An obvious major red flag is if a customer is included on a global or national sanction or watch list, which government and international agencies regularly update with the name of sanctioned individual or entities. This may be because they have been convicted or suspected of engaging in a financial or other crimes, or if they are located in or do business with sanctioned entities or jurisdictions. Politically exposed person, PEP. Politically exposed person, PEP, are individuals who have held or hold a public or government position and therefore present a higher risk of being engaged in money laundering and financial crime. For more high risk sector, the close associate or family member of PEP also may be classified as such due to their proximity to an individual with the access to government fund or power. While being PEP does not automatically indicate that individual has engaged in any wrongdoing. It's important to have a clear set of procedure and protocol for choosing to provide financials or other regulated system services to them. Virtual asset transaction. While the use of virtual assets such as cryptocurrencies is rising across the world and does not in itself equate to a red flag, there are certain type of virtual asset transaction that should be treated as such. For example, if a client is regularly exchanging fiat into crypto or vice versa, this should raise a red flag that warrants further investigation into the original source of their fund. High risk industry. Following the above red flag, client from other high risk industries should also raise suspicion and initiate a more enhanced due diligence process. This include client engaged in gaming, online gambling, adult entertainment, precious metal traders, the arm industry and other sector that involves high risk transaction and fund sources. Red flag 10, geographic risk and irregularities. Transfer of fund to or between unusual jurisdictions should raise a red flag to regulated business providing financial services. In parallel, transactions originating from countries with a bad track of record uh, of money laundering and corruption should also be treated with the suspicion. Now let's discuss probable interview question on above topic, which is what is anti-money laundering, why it is important, explain the three stages of money laundering, what is the KYC and what are its primary objectives, explain the concept of politically exposed person in the context of KYC, what are the key components of an effective AML program, can you explain the process of KYC and how it contributes to AML compliance, how does the KYC process differ for different type of customers such as individual, business or politically exposed person, explain the consequences of non-compliance with KYC and AML regulation for financial institutions. How does KYC AML compliance vary in different countries or regions? And what are the global efforts to standardize these practices? What are some typical red flags in customer identification during the KYC process? Can you explain the red flags associated with structuring or smurfing in AML? How can unusual pattern in a customer's account activity serve as a red flag in both KYC and AML? What role does behavioral analysis play in identifying red flags for potential money laundering? So I have discussed the basics of what is any anti-money laundering, know your customer, what are the basic difference between KYC AML and what are the common red flags in KYC AML. I hope this video is very helpful for you to increase your knowledge and understanding in KYC AML's basic. Please comment if you have any questions or suggestions. If you like the video and information, then please hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss an update for upcoming videos. Thank you.